My name is Lauren McHugh, and today I am joined with none other than the Ben Rogers. Ben Rogers is a paranormal tour guide here in St. Petersburg, as well as a local lore enthusiast, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'm enthusiastic about the lore.
And we are going to be talking about the haunted history of the Don Cesar.
Yeah. Alright, so, the Don Cesar was the passion project of a man named Thomas Rowe. It was designed by Henry H. DuPont and was opened in 1928. It is named after the hero in William Vincent Wallace's play Maritana, Don Cesar de Bizan. While attending college in London, Thomas Rowe found love with a woman named Lucinda, the lead actress in the play Maritana. They would meet every night by a fountain after her performance, and they would call each other Don Cesar and Maritana. They planned to elope back to America, but Lucinda's parents got word of that and brought her back to Spain. Thomas had to return to America, heartbroken and alone. Thomas tried to send letters to Lucinda, but they were all returned unopened by her parents. Lucinda's health was declining, and eventually she found herself soon on her deathbed, and she had one final request, which was to send a letter to Thomas, and in part, it read, "Time is infinite. I wait for you by our fountain. I will be yours, but not in this life." Then Thomas's own health soon began to decline, and he was no longer fit for the cold Massachusetts weather where he was originally from. And at his doctor's advice, he moved to the Gulf Coast of Florida. Here, at the height of the Roaring Twenties, he bought land on the quay of St. Petersburg Beach and built his famed Pink Palace, a 277-room grand hotel designed by Henry DuPont in a fanciful Moorish style. He named it the Don Cesar after the hero in the opera Maritana and had an exact replica of the secret fountain where he courted Lucinda built in the lobby. During the pre-war years, the Don was very successful, attracting famous guests such as President Franklin D. Roosevelt, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and Ernest Hemingway. Many famous musicians, such as Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, Frank Sinatra, and the King himself, Elvis Presley, performed at the Don Cesar. In addition to the celebrity visits, the Grim Reaper also made his way into the Don Cesar, and it is worth noting that there have been many deaths within the walls of this hotel. The hauntings of this hotel include nothing less than the smell of menthol cigarettes in the lobby. In the hallways. In 2007, there was a chef named Frank who told a story to Deborah Fretham, the author of Ghost Stories of St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and Pinellas County. And the story goes, Frank, he's a big guy. He's 6'2", 250. He wasn't afraid of anything. Until he got a late order one night for a hamburger and fries and salad. He goes into the cooler, or attempts to go into the cooler, to find the ingredients for that, and he is met with a woman looking back at him, and he is not able to muster up the courage to go into the cooler. Oftentimes when people see a woman within the Don Cesar that they think is an apparition, it is often a nurse, because it was a military hospital in 1942 after Thomas Rowe's death in the lobby of the Don Cesar. His wife had possession of it, and she sold it to the military, who converted it into a hospital.
So what do you think? Could this all just be a mere coincidence, or is the Pink Palace truly haunted?